Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special afternoon session here on this Friday, where I like to come back on and complete out free readings from this morning session when I don't get to a ton of those, because I love giving back to my community. And I know not everyone is always able to give donations. Um, Thank you for all those that give donations, my YouTube channel members, anyone that purchases my services. That all supports me being able to do this. So excuse me, I get all choked up when I talk about it. Just kidding. So thank you, and thanks for your patience in me getting to your free readings. So there is no chat in this session because I am not taking any new requests in this session. I will be back in what, 2.5 hours? Yeah, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So in about 2.5 hours. Also back tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow night too at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So still be on for 4 more times this weekend. So if you want to join me then and put in your question, I'll be happy to try to get cards pulled for you. All right. After I'm done with the session, I will post a comment, pin it, and I'll put the order in which the readings were completed so you can kind of find and locate your reading faster than just having like an hour or however long we're going to be on here and going, where's my reading? All right. So let's get into it. Let me just move this over here a little more out of the way. And so we had left off with Sen, Sen. So thank you for your patience. And you wanted a general reading for the next 3 months. So let's see here. What's the overall energy Spirit wants you to know about the next 3 months? Wow. So you do have the Death card, Death and Rebirth, significant endings and new beginnings. Everything always unfolds for us. So you do have a major change that's happening or changes, but you can trust that whenever anything changes in our life that we're not being downgraded. It's not like you're being moved from first class back to the back of the airplane by the toilets and where you can't even move your chair back. No, you're always moved forward. It's always for our progression and upgrading. So you can trust that these significant changes that are coming up will be influencing you in positive ways. You have the uh, High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like what these changes are already intuitively. She's very in tune with spirit. So I just feel like you already know the areas that these are going to be. And this is just merely confirmation for you. So it's not anything like, oh my gosh, sudden out of nowhere, because it's not tower energy. It's just part of like a caterpillar knows, you know what? I'm building cocoon. My caterpillar side of me is disappearing, but I'm going to be coming out a butterfly. So I really like that for you. And that's the general energy that they have for the 3 months for you there. And so that's what they want for you to know right now. So many blessings to you, son. And if you want, you can check out, I have a 2024 energy um, forecast. Yeah, that's what I called it. For a playlist on my main page that breaks out for each individual zodiac sign. It does split out the year into 3 separate 4 month periods, gives you an overall for career and love and money. But each of those individual periods, it gives a blessing and information for each too. So if you want to kind of get a little forecast there, you can check that out too. All right, so many blessings, and then soul searching vibe. You are up next. You want to know, have you already met your future spouse? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Is it someone new? I don't feel like you have yet. The Six of Swords coming in here. This energy is like someone's doesn't live where you're at yet. They're going to be coming to your location, moving to your location, and that's when you meet them. And they're not there to meet yet, so I don't feel like they've actually moved yet. So it's someone new moving into the area, and they were overseas, and they're either returning back or this is the first time they're coming here to where you live. So no, you do not know them yet. How exciting. I don't feel like there's so much a foreigner though. Like I feel like there's someone that was away, like they're from your country, but they moved away, and then they're moving to your location. So that's what's coming in there. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Goldie, you were up next. What angel message? Let's see here. What do the angels want you to know right now? All right. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, which I know, oh my God, not a patience card, but it is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And there is an energy of change in the air with this um, Aries energy that we have coming in. And one other meaning of the Seven of Pentacles, or one of the many other meanings that's coming in for you, is that you're recognizing some fruit that's growing on this giant bush, right? This giant tree or whatever you planted. You're starting to see some fruit. And you're like, well, I know I wanted that before, but you've changed since you planted these things. And as you're getting these, the fruits of your labor, the benefits and things come in, and you're like, I'm not so impressed with it anymore. And it's okay. They're saying it's okay to, you know, sell that orchard of apples and buy that orchard of, avocados because you want guacamole, or whatever it is that you're wanting to switch up and change, whatever that may mean in your life. Just know that it's okay that, we are here to experience. You had the experience of growing that and getting some of the fruit, but you're like, that's okay. You're not looking to mass produce it. It was good, but now you're not investing energy and you're changing your energy. So I like that for you, Goldie. It's like, just be gentle with yourself, allow yourself to go. It's not a mistake. You wanted to learn and experience it on purpose for a purpose, but you're done now. And it's okay to let that go and move on to something new. So I like that. And I feel you know what area that's talking about. So we don't need to talk about that here. All right, Goldie, many blessings to you. And then Pinky, you are up next. So anything you need to know. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit feel you need to know right now? All right, look at this. Six of Wands coming in here. And the Six of Wands is the card of victory, of recognition that's coming in here. And I just feel like with this flow of energy, so sorry, that this is like spirit, all these people that are around here are spirit. It's representing, your spiritual posse who's around you 24/7, never not around you. And I just feel like they want to tell you how proud they are of you and what you've been doing and the energy you've been investing, the stuff that you've endured and that you've overcome and thrived through, that people are oblivious to, and you're not getting the recognition from the outside world that you were like maybe you feel like you deserve. And that's okay, when you realize that most people are oblivious to what's going on around them because they're so focused usually on themselves that we don't get the recognition, we don't get, noticed. And this is like spirit saying, just sit for a moment realizing that there's a host of beings of unconditional love and light around you, applauding you and cheering you on because they are proud. They are so proud of us just coming down here as humans. They feel like we're courageous to come and experience this lower vibration, fitting into this little body, a piece of us. This is just a piece of us too. But they're like, oh, just to feel that, it's like you're gonna stick your toe in that cold water. Yeah. You go ahead. And that's what we are. We're dipping our and feeling small and limited and powerless and veiled from the powerful rest of us of who we are, of ourselves. So they already have this courage, but they are just adding on to that everything that you've been through. So just a big group hug, high five going all around for you there. So and you should be proud. So that's what they have for you, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And then Dijona Sturgis, you are up, whatever comes out. Let's take a look here. So sorry, I went for a walk and springtime is in the air. So apologies. Wow, we got a beautiful chariot card coming in here. And the chariot card is the card of victory, movement, power of choice coming in strong though. And I feel like, this is spirit telling you, you've made some great decisions in your, and when I mean being great, I mean big decisions, like some big decisions in your life. Things have unfolded, things that they're just like, wow, look what it's brought there for you. And now you're ready for these changes. You're ready for something more. And the uncertainty of things, I feel like they are just wanting to know that there's no wrong choice with whatever you're headed to, whatever you're wanting to do. There's no wrong choice, just different experiences with different results that come from those different choices. And neither's right, neither's wrong, they're just different. And when you approach it that way, you don't have as many fears as wanting to do something that's like, well, I don't want to choose the wrong one. It's like, what if there is no wrong choice? What would you choose? Oh, I choose that one. Well, then do that one, right? And, a lot of times we fear that, well, if this result happens, this means this about me, but we don't. The chariot card tells us this beautiful awareness that every moment is choices that we make. I have the stories that I choose in each moment are mine, even though we've been told a lot of supposed tos, need tos, have tos, that popular opinion, right? We talk about how the old, family, friends, society, books, movies, all of that have inundated us with beliefs and opinions that we took on doesn't mean that's what we have to keep. But in each moment, there's an event happening, and I putting a story to the event. I'm choosing my emotion, I'm choosing my energy, I'm choosing my physical action. But so much might be habit that we don't feel like we're making a choice. And I feel like this is an important thing of letting you know that it doesn't matter. You don't have to attach yourself to what fear of what's coming around the corner because we fear it because it's unknown and we feel like a puppet that is attached to that. When that happens, this is who I am, how I have to feel, what I have to do, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, who says? I say what that means, what emotion I want to feel, what I want to do with all that. And it gets your power back to where you're able to make these choices and to leap forward in the direction you want to go. So I love that for you, Dajon. It's like just a reminder. I feel like you know this, but it is, spirit just reminding you how powerful you are and not to fear the future. Choose what you want. If no choice was wrong or right, choose what you'd like to do because it's true. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. And morning, you are up. So a general career reading. What does spirit want you to know right now about your career? All right. Well, yeah, the Page of Pentacles. So there is an opportunity coming up if you were thinking about going for a promotion. Definitely, this supports that because the Page of Pentacles is new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So if it's not that you're going for a promotion, if it's like you were wanting to change direction, follow something that is more in alignment with what your desires are. I mean, this is just saying go for it because the Page of Pentacles brings in abundance and success and fulfillment of that. So this is very supported about, go for that. Go for that new opportunity that's opening up in the outside world or, you know, create that opportunity. But you definitely, don't doubt yourself. Don't let fears and fear of failure and fear of whatever stand in your way because you're very qualified. You're very, once you put your mind to something, get out of your way because you will make things work and, celebrate. In fact, Spirit is saying, like, get a piece of paper, put 1 to 10, and write 10 things that you love about you. It can be about work and how you're a fast learner and you're a go-getter, you're loyal, those things that you have that also put your personal things down on there too. These are all characteristics when you look at just 10. There's so many more, but making it looking at it and going, "Yeah, I do have a lot to offer," because you do. So I like that for you, Morning, and that's what they want you to know right now. So many blessings to you. And then on Jushri Tawari, I probably murdered that. My apologies. Uh, but you know who you are. You want to know with whom are you going to settle down? Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know here? Wow. Well, you got the Nine of Cups coming in here, which is like a dream come true. So I love that. Out of all the cards on the deck, and you get one card to answer your question, this is the card you want to get, right? Emotional, fulfilling, overflowing. The person with whom you're going to settle is going to be like a dream come true. You're going to be like, what? Really? Wow. They're this and they're this and they're this. All these things that you desire to have in a partner. This is who comes in. So I love this for you. You're going to be this like, what did I do to deserve this? You're like, well, you put up with someone in past lives. You definitely deserve this in this one. But that's coming in and Jushri. I like it. So what can you add to that? Right? Well, I want to know the color of their hair, their eyes. Well, what color of hair is your dream? What color of eyes is your dream? I just feel like they're like this dream person, this personality that you believe in your heart and mind is the perfect partner for you is who you end up with. Wow, I love it. All right, Andrew Shree, that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then Die Baby 777. You'd like a career reading. What does Spirit want you to know right now regarding career? Wow. Someone just asked about career and got a Page of Pentacles too. Is that you under a different name? I'm just kidding. This is great though, because this is about, new opportunities coming up and coming into the world for you here. And it is an upgrade. It is something that is, it's the pages are like number 11. So you've gone 1 through 10. This is a whole new level for your career here. And they do. I feel like Spirit is offering you this opportunity to go into something that feels more abundant, feels more fulfilling, feels more successful. And abundance and success means something different for everyone else, but it can mean more than just money, but it's something that makes you feel full and fulfilled, something that makes you feel like you're giving back to the world. And there's an opportunity that's opening up and coming your way here, but in this one, it just feels like it's an opportunity that comes out of nowhere that's being presented to you, and you're just like, what? What? Really? For me? I just feel like it comes right across your path. Even if it comes across where a friend or relative or someone goes, you know what you'd be really good at? They're having this job that's opening up, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, what? Really? Where? Over there? I'm going. And you go and they're taking applications and they're like, hey, we have time for an interview right now. It's just like, feels like it just is handed to you in a beautiful way. Not that you don't deserve it, you do definitely by what you've done and what you've worked on, but it's like it's just brought before you. You don't have to like go hunting for it. And you're like, oh my gosh, I love this. So I like that for you, Die Baby. So many blessings to you. And then Anu Priya, the person on your mind's higher self guidance. All right, let's take a look here. What does this person's higher self? All right. Well, you got the devil card coming in here. Saturn energy, Capricorn energy, and this is the shaking and the rattle. It's like our shadow, which comes into our life on purpose for a purpose. Can even see if I can get it to focus. Wow, focus right away. See all the chains that are around their neck, how loose they are. They can just be lifted right over top their head, and I love this energy that's coming in here for you because it's showing you that these rules and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's, whatever, that have made you feel constricted and restricted and trapped, they're saying you can overcome these, that you don't have to stay in this cage. They rattle the cage to make you realize, oh my God, I'm in a cage. And then you hear creak and you look back and there's this door that's not even locked, not even closed. It's just been ajar open there. And then with it shaking it, it opens it more, and you're like, wow, I can be free from a lot of this fears that are, been coming against me because of all the thoughts and beliefs that have created this cage around me growing up. But this Capricorn Saturn energy is the workhorse. They're like, here's the things where they're giving you the work that you can do to dismantle this cage, but there's always a reward after it too, which is freedom. All these fears that have been holding you back in love, in abundance, in jobs, and promotions, and what travel, whatever it is, it's allowing you freedom, and that's the reward that you get from it. So I like this for you. Just trust that all the stuff that's coming up is so that you can be aware of it and release yourself from it. So I like it, like it, like it. All right. So many blessings to you. Let's try shuffling that again. And then Minaheel, you will be up next. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So, what will your future spouse like about you the most? All right. Wow. So, the Six of Wands here, this is this um, victorious, equal passion that you have for one another. And I like this. I feel like this energy of joy, 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 victory, celebration, that you have the attitude, and it's like, what? This is what they're gonna like about you the most. It has to do with this equal, you guys have the same type of energy. Like like you both are passionate in the same way, and you like, traveling the same. It's just like all this stuff, this energy of the drive of like what you guys do and what inspires you and what you want to do and how you portray your energy is very well balanced, and they like that because it's so compatible. Like you could wake up in the morning and go, "Hey, you want to go for a blah blah blah?" And you're like, "Oh my god, yeah, let's go." It's that they like that instead of, "Well, we got stuff to do today," and blah blah blah. They're like, "Oh god." It's just this energy that's the same between the two of you. You have like the same kind of spark of going, "Hey, I'll go to a movie. Oh my god, I want to go to a movie too. Let's go." I just feel it's so you're so in alignment that they just feel like it's so effortless between the two of you, um, with all that. Excuse me, choking me up. And um, what I like about this combination, what's really coming through too, is like there's this, because you got the equal attraction, you got the equalness there, but the joy that you have and the positivity that you have, because I feel like they grew up in a household where they focused on fears and doubts, and they allowed things to hold them back. And I feel like your energy is different, and it just is, like I said, so conducive to them, so opposite of what they experienced growing up, that it's so welcomed, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh." And it seems like a small thing, but it's big to them. And so that's what's coming in, Miniheel. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. So many blessings to you. Continue moving down the list here. So Ange 777, you are up. So why did you meet? Let's see, why met with Leo, any significance in your life? All right, so let's take a look here. So this Leo, what is this about? Well, this Leo, I feel here, you've got the Seven of Swords, which is clarity around your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that would have stolen opportunities and, um, mistrust in your life. And, uh, it's just thievery that comes in here. But it's these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets. And I feel like a big piece of why they came into your life is for you to be able to see what limiting beliefs that you've had that would keep things moving forward, in your life. And whether it's romantically, job, whatever it is, in that meeting them, they're such a beautiful mirror for you, showing and reflecting back to you what you want to see about yourself. I don't feel like it's necessarily romantic with them. I just feel like they're more of um, a sounding board, like a mirror that you are, whatever's coming up in your thoughts and beliefs about yourself, you're like, oh, and whatever you're thinking about them are really based in thoughts about yourself too. And, it's this beautiful clarity that comes in. I don't feel like anything short term, long term. I just feel like the interactions that you have um, are can be frustrating. Sorry, but it's for you because it helps you clear away these things that will keep you from moving forward in your life, into relationships, into jobs, whatever. But I feel like they have just been a great um, it's like a lion who gets into a hotel and causes a ruckus, but it shows you things that you wouldn't have seen if you didn't have to search so clearly to find out where the lion is in the hotel to get it out, if that makes sense. So I just feel like this Leo lion is there to roar, to bring up things to show you yourself, and whatever you experience. Again, what are your thoughts about them? That's going to tell you some things that you want to know about yourself. And it can't be the exact same way, but it's going to tell you, like if you're like, well, I feel like they're like a deceiver. Oh, how are my thoughts and beliefs deceiving me? It's that kind of reflection. So, yay! But I don't feel like anything super like romantic or anything that's coming in there. All right, so that's what we have for you, Anjou. And then DFS. You want to know, does the Leo love you? Long-term marriage in 2025? Oh, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know about this Leo, JC, the Leo? All right. You have the 7 of Wands that's here, which is fiery energy here. You know, I just feel like this is them up on a hill. They want to be seen, they want to be recognized, and this energy feels lower level, uh, fire energy, which is look at me, look at me, look at me, kind of energy. And it's about me, it's about me, it's about me. I just don't feel like they have a whole lot of love for themselves. And that's why they're trying to boast and put themselves up above to be seen and to be recognized and to be desired. And because they've been taught this is what they're supposed to like strive for. So I don't feel like they have a whole lot of self love and for themselves, so they don't have a whole lot of love to offer at this time. I just don't see them long term, you know? I feel like they're in this journey of trying to find their self-love, trying to find their own selves, and I just kind of feel like they are it's all about them right now in their life, and I don't feel like they're doing a whole lot of inner reflection to transform that yet. So that's why I don't feel like there's, like they love you, but they only can love you so much because this is how much they love themselves. We can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than we love ourselves. So I love myself that much, no matter how much love I want to give, it's going to drip out. No matter how much love people want to give, it's going to just trickle in. So they love you to the extent that they can love you, but it's they don't have a whole lot of self love right now. Um, so I don't see that being there. So I'm sorry, DFS, if that's who you were wanting. But the Leo energy right now that's going on here. It's a fiery, fiery, roaring, all about me energy with some Leos. It's the lower vibration. Every sign of the zodiac has a lower expression, higher expression, and they're just in the lower expression of their sign right now. All right, so that's what's coming in DFS. And then Alice, you are up next. Hi. Do your managers think you're doing good at your work? All right, let's take a look here, Alice, and see the overall consensus of your managers? Well, you got the 3 of swords, and when it comes to this is like expectations equal disappointment, the fear. I feel like they've got I kind of feel like their management style isn't about, praise, it's about punishment when people are not doing the work that they want them to do. I feel like the bar is so high for them to be able to praise someone that they focus in on the people who aren't doing well. And so, in a way, it's a weird way that it's coming in here, but it is they like you're not doing bad. That's what that's what they have. They either have like you walk on water, which no one can meet these expectations they have, or you're not doing bad or you're doing bad. That's what I feel like these managers are looking at. I don't feel like they're a very, rewarding company with what's coming in here, but this type of energy. So you're not doing bad, which would mean you're doing good. But they wanted to clarify, going, yeah, they're not very much, don't look for them for praise, you're gonna have to become your own manager, praise yourself, give yourself reward, ask for raises, because 'cause they're not gonna, do anything, "Woohoo!" They're just gonna be like, "Okay, this will keep you," is kind of their mentality. Wow. Well, I'd look for a new job, Alice. Someone who deserves you. Alright, but that's what's coming in for you, my dear. You are doing well. They just won't, ever tell you that. So, many blessings. Hang in there. Alright, goddess, angelic vibes, 1111, messages from your spiritual team. Alright, what do they want you to know right now? Your spiritual team. Alright. So, you got the 2 of wands. I like this because I feel like there is some planning to be done, um, and I like this kind of energy that they're bringing in with that 2 of wands for you. They have the world in their hands, and they're like, "Yeah, you do." There's no, if they want you to know, like, sometimes we're taught that we're in like maybe we're in like a baby seat in the back seat of the car. Creators driving and the spiritual posses they're, the in the guest passenger seat, right? But really, we're the one driving. Creator is our passenger in the passenger seat, and our spiritual support team's in the back seat. And when we're asking them, where do we wanna go? They're like, "Wherever you wanna go." Even the creator, "Where do you wanna go?" "Well, where am I supposed to go?" "Where's not supposed to?" "Where do you wanna go?" And you're like, "Well, I don't wanna go to the wrong place," and there's no wrong place. "Well, what about you guys? We're with you. We're just happy to be along for the ride. So wherever you wanna go is fantastic. There's no right or wrong." And I like this energy, and they're like, "Plan, what do you want?" There's no wrong wanting. It's like, what do you want to do? Who do you want to be? Head in that direction. They'll give you directions. The creators, the nav system, they'll plug in the address for you. They're handling all of the air conditioning and heating and the music, and they're handing out the snacks, and the people behind are all woohoo, they're all along for the ride. Maybe it's more like a bus, but it's you're the driver, and I love this from your spiritual team is you get to choose. There's no wrong choice, but whatever you focus on is what I'm going to bring. So if you're focusing on fear or lack or missing something or wanting, all that energy is about the and like wanting means that you want something but you don't get it, and so we can focus our energy from that lower vibration fears and what we hate and what we miss and all that to gratitude, going, you know what, let's go to Disney World. And I'm so grateful we're going to Disney World, and not just going, I'm so thankful that for the experiences I'm going to have at Disney World, right? And it's like, yes, and here we go. And you can picture it, and you're on your way, and they're putting it in the nav system to get you there, and I love all this for you, and I just feel like there's this empowering energy that they want you to know about here, that you are not, um, at their whim. They're like all about you get to decide. We're supporting you. So I like that for you. Right. And that's what they have for you, goddess. Many blessings to you. And then hot sun, hello. So we want to know, what are Matt's feelings and next actions towards you and the bottom of the deck. All right, let's take a look here. So bottom of the deck, you got the Four of Wands, joy, celebration, gatherings, too. I like this because you also got the Four of Pentacles. So there is this stability coming in both fours that are coming in here. And so there is this joy, the celebration. The feeling of home comes in here with the Four of Pentacles, too. But it feels very like there's this stability. We have the, you know, energetic stability with the Four of Wands. You've got the outside physical stability there. I don't see emotion there. I don't see peace of mind there. So it's more passion and physical, um, kind of focused with where they're at in their life, with all of that there. So they do want to have, a passionate gathering, and maybe even they want to, uh, go to somewhere in the physical world. Um, but I just don't feel the emotion and the thought is there. I feel like they're driven more by passion and by their desires of the outside world kind of energy right now, coming in here. So I feel like they might reach out to you to want to do something in the physical world with you. But don't look for don't look for a lot of thought and a lot of emotion behind it. Look, it's more passion, and action oriented, and with that coming in. So that's what's coming in, hot sun. So enjoy it if you want that. So many blessings to you. All right, great courts. Hey, almighty great courts, you are up. So what does God want to tell you about this person coming in here? All right, let's take a look here. What's the one thing that they want you to know here? All right. Well, temperance came flying out here. And this person coming in is, have you asked to learn patience lately? What did you do that for? I'm just kidding. We used to have a thing when I was in Christianity about never ask God for patience, because He's going to bring you situations to teach you patience. He's not just going to pour it in. Oh no, don't ask that. It was funny. But that's what came to mind here when I saw this with temperance and patience and the pouring back and forth, that it's not going to something that will move fast, fast, fast. It's something with that tempering and the alchemy that will take a while for things to go back and forth, for things to progress, for that base metal to turn into gold. So this person will be teaching some patience for both of you. But whenever we get a slow moving card, it is always for us, when life slows down. It gives us the time to turn inward and upward and focus on elevating our self-love, right? Or self-worth, and cut away the thoughts and beliefs that limit us and emotions that don't serve us anymore, so that we raise our love vibration, so we have an experience that's different than we've had before. And so it's slow, moving in, but just know it's on purpose. And also, the more we raise our love vibration, the faster things speed up too. So that's what's coming in. The other showing me like, it goes from going slow to being like one of those, um, martini shakers, right? It's like, here we go, come on. All right. But that's what's coming in, great courts for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then content or content. You wanted a general for next week. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know about next week. Oh, okay. You got the Magician coming in. It's a lot of divine action energy of moving forward, using your energy to step towards things that are more in alignment with your purpose, your dream, like, who do you want to be? How do you uniquely want to bring this love down through you as a conduit into the world? And I feel like next week is a week of there's a lot of energy going on, a lot of spark, a lot of but I feel like this energy that's flowing doesn't feel content. you know, it feels like, eh, I thought this was supposed to make me feel more, but I feel less. It just feels blah, like stagnant. And I feel like you're ready. You want to ignite and start some new things. Put your energies towards a focus and a direction that's more in alignment with your higher self. And I feel like next week is that coming in there for you. So I like it. It's a great opportunity because who wants to exist when you can live? All right. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. And then, blessed one, you want to know what's coming in for you. Let's see what you want to. You're going to join a circus and you're going to be with taming the lions or not. you're like, yeah, but no. So you have the strength card coming in here. And, we've got this communication with your higher self. You can see the infinity symbol above her head represents your higher self, and the lion that represents your human self. And what happens in the with the strength card, it's like this lion is told, go out there, you're going to find out what's going to fill you up. And so it goes out into the three areas: relationship, situations, things, eats of all that, drinks of all that, but it's more thirsty, more hungry than it was before. And it's like, what's going on here? And so they eventually get to the point where they're hangry, they're hungry, angry, and desperate, and they're roaring in the jungle. And that's when your higher self goes, now's the time. It comes down, and our human isn't aware that it's part of this beautiful, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that we are. And then it meets itself, and it's like, and our higher self doesn't come down to kill our ego, kill our shadow. It comes down to fulfill it, because what our lion self, our human self, is desiring is the unconditional love of the higher realms. We don't find that out here. Hardly ever. I usually say, unless you come across an enlightened master or somebody who's in unconditional love for a moment, they're usually not in it for forever. You're not going to find it out there. And so our higher self knows that's what we're searching for. So it comes down, and it's made of unconditional love. It completes it. And then the lion and the maiden, they walk together hand in paw through life, experiencing life in a different way. And I feel like that's what's coming for you here, is an expansion. It's a new way of looking and walking through life hand in hand with spirit, seeing life completely different than you've seen it before. And, because we see it from the human standpoint, then we can see it from the spiritual standpoint. But when there's this completion and we don't look at them as um, opposites of things at war, but they can walk hand in hand together, it's a whole new experience. And I feel like that's what's coming your way, is this beautiful melding between spirit and humanity. And you're able to have one foot here, one foot in heaven, and be able to walk through it going, wow, you see everything so differently. So I love that for you. That's what's coming in for you, blessed one. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we got Ateshi Singh. Did the Taurus look at your social media? Ooh. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? You know, with the Three of Pentacles here, this is about creativity, being true to one's authentic self, and kind of have this they're off in their own little world energy. So I don't feel like they looked at your social media. Um, for very long, if at all. I feel if they were doing it, they were just scrolling and they saw it among other things, but they weren't like pursuing it. It's just was included, and they're off in their own little world right now. So that's what's going on with the Taurus there, Ateshi. So I don't feel like they did. Um, and if they did, they didn't notice it. They're just, like I said, off off in their own ethereal world somewhere. All right. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Ali, Share, Edix. Hello, hello. And you wanted a free reading. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for being a new subscriber. And you've got the Four of Swords. I like this Four of Swords for you because it is the peace of mind. And you can see they're resting, and they're resting on the Ace of Swords. You got the three swords of fear and disappointment and heartbreak on the wall. And it's the Ace of Swords that they're sleeping on that allows them access to the capital T truths of the higher realm, seeing things from a place of unconditional love. And then those small T truths, those other three swords, are the truths that we're taught that are rooted in fear, in the fear of losing conditional love, fear of failure, and all that. They're really not true. They're small T truths, and you're given access to the capital T truths. That's what brings you peace of mind. You're realizing all these fears I have aren't true, and the one truth that we really is the foundation of everything is that I am unconditionally loved. I am made of unconditional love. That allows me to unconditionally love the world. And you realize the world is made of unconditional love. And when you have that truth and you see it, this is what brings peace of mind coming in here for you. And so if you're having a lot of mental angst or fears popping up, just know they're coming up so that you can see them for the lies that they are and realize you're being offered this opportunity to see things from a higher perspective, which does truly transform your mind, transforms and brings you this peace, as they say, that surpasses all understanding. And you're just like, wow, this is what it feels like to sit in stillness, right? Peace of mind. I love that for you. And that's what's coming in for you right now, Ali. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Sayani, what major shift is coming in your career, life, your financial situation in 2024? Currently unemployed. All right, let's take a look here and see. What do they want you to know here? All right. You have the power within your hands. Great possibilities and opportunities here for the remainder of 2024. What this talks about here, the shift that comes in is initiated by you with this ace of, not the ace, it's the ace of all aces, the ace of the major arcana, the magician, which, it talks about our energy. Wherever you focus your magic wand is what grows and expands. And we're taught, focus on what's missing, focus on what you're wanting but don't have yet, focus on what you hate, what you fear, all of that. And when we do that, we grow that. And like wanting, like I want a job, it's like when we focus on the wanting, our energy, that magic wand says, I enjoy the wanting, but not getting, because you can't want if you already have. So when we're focusing on wanting, then we're focusing on the missingness, the lack that's there. So you can make a big transformation in your life by realizing whatever I focus on the most is what I draw to me and what I expand. And so when we begin to focus on like gratitude, picturing the job in your head going, I'm so grateful for this job. And then I'm going to love this. And wow, we just focus on as if we have it, and we have gratitude for all the jobs we've had in the past. We start making a list of all the things I was grateful for in those jobs. Because, like, oh, you like jobs that you're grateful for. Let me bring you more of that. So there is this change of energy that comes in here that transforms things. And I feel like the more that you realize that you are the one that decides there's no right or wrong job, but you get to choose and you get to start putting your energy where you want to go instead of focusing on where you're not or what you've had. You're focusing on what you're having in your life. So I like that for you, Kritika. So many blessings to you. Yeehaw. Some good jobs coming your way. All right. And then Shay B, you are up next. You want to know, will the cancer person be included in the layoffs of his company? Let's take a look here. Shuffle these up here. All right. Will they be included? I don't feel like they will. The 7 of Wands means they stand up above the others. These other people are not too happy about it. So I don't feel like they are. I feel like they are kept, and that friends who get laid off and other people get laid off go, "What makes you so special?" And that's why they're defending themselves, which they don't have to defend themselves. It's just like, you know, I, I don't know. They just didn't want to lay me off. They don't have to defend themselves, explain it. They're like, I don't know, take it up with the boss. So, but I don't feel like they are. I feel like they stand out with that. So that's what they got for you, my dear. All right, many blessings. And Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. You'd like some guidance for the weekend. All right, let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know for the weekend here? All right. Well, you got the Hanged Man here, which is like, kind of a hang around, kind of, it's almost like a hermit card in a way, because I was going to say, hermit away, but hang out, and just see things from a different perspective. I just feel like this energy that's coming in isn't about a lot of action. I feel like it's a good weekend just to hold back, say no to as many things as you can, spend some quality time with yourself and with spirit, and just being and rest and relax and allow yourself recharging and some nourishment. And I like this. I like even though it's like a, a close friend come over, it's that kind of thing, like, but not party, not a lot of activity, not a lot of go, go, go. It's like they're like, "What are you doing?" "I'm just gonna watch some movies and just chill." And they're like, "Oh, that sounds great. Why don't you come over? Let's have a pajama party. We'll just buy some snacks and some movies and just rest." And I like this activity. It's so stay close to home, low activity, recharge, nurture as much as you can with yourself or with a very supportive individual that has great energy, not someone that's gonna complain the whole time and be like, "Oh my god." So, you know what I'm saying. So that's what's coming in for you, VD. That's their advice for you this weekend. All right, so many blessings. And then Tammy M, what do your angels and guides want you to know about the big project at your home that many neighbors worry about? Okay, let's take a look here. So what's the one thing they want you to know here? All right. Yeah, everyone can own their own emotions. We have the 7 of cups here. And when we're in fear, then we have this confusion, when our little child inside of us feels unsafe and out of control. We'll feel mentally confused, emotionally confused. It'll be all over the place. And so I feel like what, your angels and guides want you to know is that you get to choose what emotion you want to experience, and there's no right or wrong emotion, and so everyone gets to feel what they want to feel, but you don't have to try to change any of their emotions. They came down here, they're mad scientists having their own experiments, feeling what they want to feel, and that's all right. And you get to feel what you want to feel. And if you're tired of feeling anxious or anything that you're picking up, then you can choose a different one and be like, focus on what can I be grateful for around this project? What can I be grateful for in my home right now? What can I be grateful for? Whatever. And just realize that, there is no wrong emotion. So when everyone's acting the way they are, they're not wrong. And you can give them permission to feel how they want to feel without feeling it responsible. And I know it's hard because we're taught as children, when mom's upset, you made mom upset. When dad's upset, you made dad upset, or whoever. And so we're taught our actions and we're responsible for their emotions because we got punished when we made them feel a way. Well, they chose to feel that way. They just blamed it on us or the dog. And so you are like, you can release yourself from responsibility of all their emotions and realize they get to feel what they want to feel. Every emotion's either of fear or of unconditional love. So if you out of your heart want to send unconditional love and meditate and do that, then you can do that. Um, but you can't make them choose to feel any other way. We can make it easier or harder for people to choose fear or love, but we can't change people's minds. We can only change people's hearts. How do we change people's hearts? By giving love, unconditional love. So if someone's anxious, you can give them love. You can help. You can be a sounding board. If they want to talk through their fears and get to the root of the fears. Sometimes when people share things outside of themselves, they're like, "That seems silly now that I talk about it." Yeah, most fears do. So that's what's coming in, Tammy. So many blessings to you. All right. And then KVH. Hey, I am well. I hope you are well. Anyone to ask if Jamie will be respectful of you? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? We've got the Six of Pentacles here. Six of Pentacles is this energy of overgiving. As long as you keep the relationship adult to adult, I feel like you might have a tendency to overgive. And, this comes from childhood, right? We feel we have to give so much before we deserve so little. And there's this what happens is we enter an adult relationship with another adult, but we become the parent. They become the child. We want to give to them, and we won't let them give back to us. So they end up giving to other things in their life. It can be affairs, but it can be workaholism, working out, a hobby, their friends, or whatever. So I feel like they will be respectful of you if you allow them. If you keep things as an adult to adult and try not to become a parent and try to control them and make them be anyone else, and don't let them become your parent either. Try to maintain this adult to adult relationship. And then there is respect. Disrespect comes in when we're disrespecting ourselves and when they're disrespecting themselves, right? So if we have mutual respect for ourselves and for each other, then, but if any of that goes out of whack, then disrespect comes flowing in as well. So I love that. Really look at, like, what is your fear of being disrespected, and what does that mean about you when someone disrespects you? Does it mean anything? Who says? Who determines your self-respect? Interesting questions, right? Revelations abound. All right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. You just wanted a yes or no, I know, but your spirit guides were like, no, this is a lesson moment. All right. All right. And then up next, we have me. Hey, me. All right. So you have upcoming heart surgery. All right. And just a disclaimer, whenever any medical questions come up, we just have to say there's a disclaimer in the description box of the video, basically stating I'm not a licensed medical professional. Tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only. Ultimately, everyone has to decide for themselves. So disclaimer made, check. So let's take a look here. You feel like you're on borrowed time. And what does Spirit want you to know here? All right. I see here. You've got the Nine of Wands, which is the perseverance card. Yeah, and you can tell here with that, they've got the bandage on the head. You have been through it. And so sending you lots and lots and lots of love. But the Nine of Wands does show that you have this ability to continue through and to push through. You're stubborn. You are. You're not ready to go yet. You got things still to do here. And so that perseverance card is, pushing through and just hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. When it's your time to go, you will know and you'll be totally fine with it. But I feel like it's very positive with the Nine of Wands. A lot of energy, a lot of like breakthrough uh, that comes through this. So um, hang in there, hang in there. Very positive. I don't feel like there's anything negative with that coming in. All right. So many blessings to you. Just keep smiling, keep that beautiful, positive energy. Try to focus, that Nine of Wands, they have the staff in their hands, which is their Ace of Wands. And that's whatever you focus on grows and expands, right? And I know it's difficult because we're taught focus on what we fear, focus on what we want, focus on what we hate, focus on our fears, right? And when we focus on all that, we grow it and we make the solutions get delayed. And that's what I feel is going on here with the Nine of Wands is you're taking it and you're focusing on gratitude, grateful for each moment, grateful for what are all the grateful things that you have. Even do a gratitude journal, but focus on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. And then that grows and expands because we draw that energy to us. So, this is what helps you also bust through all that. All right. So, many blessings to you. All right. And then, Kirthana, you are up. Will you get the expected result uh, from your recent exams? All right, let's take a look here. All right. You got the temperance card coming in here, the patience card that's coming in here. I feel like it's interesting because the temperance card is, it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and eventually this base element turns into gold. And I feel like that the expected result comes, but I feel like it takes time for you to get the result with it here. But you do get the expected result. I just feel like, oh, professor got sick or this machine broke and they're having to manually do this or they're redoing something and sorry for the delay, system down, something that's like, oh my God, really? But I feel like you get your expected result. So I like that for you. It's worth the wait, Kirthana. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Alicia, how will this week go for you? Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have here for you. All right. Well, you've been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears with the Eight of Pentacles. And this is about, things in the outside world progress. And it's like an apprentice moving up to a master. It is, the reward comes this week where I feel like whatever you've been investing effort into, you get results. You start to see things moving in the outside world that are showing you that, oh, wow, the work that I've put in, the energy I've put in, um, wasn't a waste. Look, I'm actually seeing things happen. And so it is a week where you do witness it in the outside world and go, all right, I'm glad I planted these seeds and watered them and, took out the weeds and blah, 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 and fertilized them and, whatever, this energy that you put in. It feels very rewarding for you. So that's what this week you could say is it's a rewarding week. All right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Suzanne Silberman, hello. It's your first time here. So thank you so much for being a new subscriber and for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you around soon. You didn't really ask for a reading, but I felt like you wanted one. So we're going to pull a card here, a general read to see what Spirit wants you to know right now. And you do. You have the Page of Pentacles coming in, which is some new opportunities opening up in the outside world. But you're also given this, I don't know, it's like some opportunities to grow your self-worth, to see your worth in a relationship to the outside world in a heightened way. So it's either coming, well, I feel like it's some of it's coming from the outside world where you're getting some validation, some things which we really don't need, but it's nice. Our human side likes that. But I feel like it's a lot of self-awareness that's coming in as you're connecting with spirit and seeing um, yourself in a new light. You're dropping some old ways of thinking that don't serve you anymore. You're releasing and transforming some emotion that you've had in the past. I just feel like it feels very cleansing. It's like you're doing spring cleaning of the mind, the heart, your energy, and even your outside world. I just feel like there's this new freshness, this new birthing that's coming up, especially with the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere. It just feels like you're ready for some significant alterations in your life. tired of doing things the old ways, having the same old thoughts, having the same old emotions, having the same old energy and the same old stuff. And you're just like, I'm refreshing things all over. It's like a huge being makeover. And I like this for you, Suzanne. I feel like you've been working on stuff and now you're like, all right, this is it. This is the month that I'm marching forward because of the month of March. So I like that for you, Suzanne, and many blessings to you. All right. And Tortoise Love, hello, hello. I did get your email. I'll respond to it. It's one of my busy days here Friday and Saturday. So I'll probably respond to you later this evening. Um, and we'll get to your reading here within 72 hours. So we'll get that to you. And congratulations on being one of the winners. All right. So you want to change your first and last name, and you're afraid, as in your country, there's strict rules about it. You'll try anyway. Hey, why not? March and April will be approved successfully. All right, let's take a look here. So, will this name change be successful? You got the Nine of Swords. And, the Nine of Swords is the nightmare and insomnia card. A lot of fears here. And, I feel like that this just comes in here that there's delays. I don't feel like it's going to be approved the first time around because there's some stuff that needs to be looked at first. This is the energy based on right now. So, if before you go and submit this, you look into the fears behind, like, why am I wanting to do this? What fears are underneath it? Because um, wherever you go, there you are, right? And the name, whatever fears are attached to the name, whatever emotional energies and beliefs are attached to the old name, they want you to look at that first so that it doesn't feel like you're running from something, but that you're shedding something, if that makes sense. And then I feel like when you do that, that does change, um, that does allow the energy to be a successful one. But until we look at the root of what's tying it to you, then that allows you to release the name. Otherwise, if you still have the fears and the beliefs, even if you try to, in the outside world, shed yourself from that, spiritual energy is like, no, 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 it still belongs to you. They're not going to let you let it go. But once we let it go mentally and emotionally, then it'll allow us to let it go physically. So I like that for you, Tortoise Love. So many blessings to you. Talk to you soon. All right. And Samya Rao, you are up. Hello, hello. I am doing well, and I hope you're doing well. So you're interested in two houses, number 10, number 8. So you just wanted to know which house we may have the highest chances to move into, and is that house will be good for you. All right, we'll take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know about these houses here. Well, you have the Queen of Pentacles coming in here, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And it doesn't, with this, the Queen of Pentacles is abundance, it is victory, it is new birth. And so this is like, um, you have a chance, equal chance to move into each, and the good is equally good. So there's no wrong choice between the two. They're like, it's up to you, really. And I like that. The Queen of Pentacles is nurturing yourself. It's like either one is, you have the chances, and there's one not more than there's not one that's a worse chance than another or a better chance than the other. And they're both will bring you abundance. So you get to choose. You're like, oh, I really like number 10. It's like, oh, yeah, that's the one I want, or whatever. You get to choose. And I like that. So you're like, okay, so I want that one. There's no wrong choice. So I like that for you, Samya. So we like that Queen of Pentacles. All right, so many blessings to you. And then Misa, you are up. How will the month of March go for you? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about the month of March? Well, it's an emotional transformational month here. So one of the things that will happen here is you're tired of some old emotional energy that you've had bubbling down there underneath the subsurface for a while, right? Since childhood. And your inner child's like, enough, I'm ready to deal with this now. I know you can help me here. And there's been these echoes of that emotions that's been going on. And it's different people, different situations, but the same emotional feel. It's like if you felt betrayed when you were younger, then you got betrayed by a best friend, and then betrayed by a lover, and betrayed by a boss in different ways. But the core energy that's been reverberating and echoing is the same emotion. And when you close your eyes, you can trace it back all the way back to 7 years old and younger, where you're ready. That little inner child's going, can we deal with this now? I didn't know what to do with it when I was that little child. But now I know you know what you can do with this. And here I want to give it to you. I need to feel it. I need to express it. Probably something that hurt, that made, your inner child wanna cry. It made it want to, express itself, throw a tantrum, but it was told, "No crying. No, no, no," and so I had to push it down. It didn't know what to do with it, but now it's like, "Can I cry now? Can I have the safe space with you to cry and to scream and to have a tantrum, and you can transform this energy for me?" I love it for you. So that's one big thing for the month of March, I feel, is a big emotional transformation on something that's been just repeating a cycle that's been repeating for a very long time. And I like it because there's freedom that comes from it. All right. That's what they have for you, Misa. So many blessings to you. And then Kelsbreek, is there any possibility of SM and you getting back together in the future? All right, let's take a look here. Is there possibilities? When this card comes flying out of the deck, which is Death card, I would say no. And it's okay. There's a death, and then you have a rebirth, but I don't feel like the rebirth coming in. Even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the 10 of wands, endings and a new beginning somewhere else. So I don't feel like you guys are meant to be back together in the future. Learn about what you learned. What did you learn about yourself? What do you feel about them? What were the mirror of who they were for you? It was meant for you to learn and grow through, so that it prepares you for someone further down the road. But it's important for you to really glean the most from the experience that you had. Otherwise, you're just going to meet them again, but in someone else's body, experience it all again. And believe me, I know, if you don't learn the first time, like I had five exes who were the same person in five different bodies. All right, and maybe not all five, maybe, but a piece of them were there. It's like, you know what? The lesson is repeated for us until we see what we want to see about ourselves, right? So that's what's coming in, Kelsbreek. So hang in there, right? Just have a few more left here. Joshan, hello, hello. So you want to know, how will your physics exam be? Great. And congratulations on being one of the winners of the giveaway. And I will get to your reading here in the next 48 hours. My Fridays and Saturdays are my big, big busy days. And so I'll try to fit it in. If not, it'll be like Sunday or maybe even Monday, but I'll try. I just want to make sure I have the proper energy that's coming in here for you. So your physics exam, well, we got the Page of Swords. I like it. Swords is the suit of higher education, and you do have the Page of Swords. So I do feel this is a very positive um, energy that comes in here. So you are successful in it. You score well. Just make sure to access your mind. I think we've talked about it before, where you know we have a brilliant mind. As long as we keep access to it, keep calm, breathing exercises, do whatever you can to be calm going into the exam. And then just you're doing your studying, you're doing your due diligence, right? It'll all be in here, but when we're in fear, we don't have access to that. So when we're calm, we can ask spirit and our brain, hey, I know I studied that, bring that forward. What is that again? Bring that forward. You can talk to your brain. You don't have to do it out loud because they can hear you because you're thinking and they can hear the thinking. So you can just do it inside your head and spirit can hear your thinking too. So I like that for you, Jashan. It looks very positive for you. So many blessings to you. All right, Rhonda, you are up. So what is going to happen with your living situation? What might happen? Let's take a look here. Based on current energies, what does Spirit want you to know about your current living situation here? All right. So we have the Five of Wands, which is this energy that changes from something conflicting to something more friendly and loving. So you do work out whatever is going on here. If there's altercations or whatever, just know that things are going to flow, and there is this change of energy from something of fear and conflict to something fulfilling. Even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which does show fulfillment, and sorry for the glare there, the fulfillment in the outside world, the Ten of Pentacles, feeling the fullness and wholeness of life. So I just feel like things transform. If it's somewhere where you're at and things can't get resolved, I feel like someone opens up their home to you where you're just like, what, really? And it's like, wow, you want, you're going to give me a room here. It's like, it feels like you feel like you've moved into a palace in a way. And it's like, wow, this feels great. And wow, I'm so honored. And so I like this, how it unfolds and transforms for you there. So it feels like conflicting, but it definitely transforms. So I like it. All right, my dear, hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Lavina Esrani. Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. You can definitely have a read here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. Wow. What a card to come flying out of the deck. 10 of Cups. It's one of the most emotionally fulfilling cards in the deck. And we like that coming in here. And it starts with a Nine of Cups, which is the finding your love from within, right? Because the outside world, when we look for it to fill us up, it falls short, right? But when we turn inward and upward to the chalice, the Holy Grail, the unconditional eternal love of the upper realms, we allow that to fill us up and overflow out. Then we don't stop wanting love from the outside world. We just stop needing it. And instead of it falling short, whatever people give us, since we're already full and overflowing, they throw their love in. It's above and beyond extra. So your outside world, your emotional world transforms by this love that you find within your own heart, and it changes the outside world from a place of lack to a place of abundance and overflowing. But inward and upward is where we're headed. And I feel like, well, how do I do that? We're starting, I have a podcast called From Chaos to Cozy, which you can find on my main page, and it's in the description box of the video to the playlist. And our whole journey of chaos to cozy is us returning to that higher vibrational love. So if you're wanting some hints and some things, you can check that out too. That's all free. All right. So that's what they have for you, Lavina. I'm excited for you. Many blessings to you. All right. And then the last person for this reading is Bhumika. And I apologize if I missed anyone. As soon as I'm done, I'll put a list of all the order in which the readings were completed so that you can find that. If you were, I did get probably maybe 10 free readings in the morning session. So if it's not here, then you might check the morning session. I think it was at 1:14, 1 hour and 14 minutes in is when I started the free readings. So if that helps any as well. But if I missed anyone, deepest apologies. I'll be back in about an hour. So if I missed you, please come back. I'll be here tomorrow night and tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also Saturday and Sunday morning again at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. All right. So Bhumika, so you say Yash was your boyfriend until he moved to Canada, but after moving to Canada, you've had no contact. So what does he think about you and your relationship, and is he in a romantic with Timmy? All right, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know around this situation here? All right. You know, we've got here the Queen of Swords, which is balancing of the head and the heart. That's coming in here. I just feel like they're distant here. I don't feel like they're in a romantic relationship. I just feel like they're looking to balance their life right now, and I just feel like their whole world feels like a whirlwind, and they're just trying to get this balance into their life here. Um, I don't feel like they have a whole lot of clarity about themselves, their self-love, what they're wanting in life, and I feel like that's kind of where they're at, is now that they're away from everything, they're having this, um, kind of midlife crisis where they're questioning their thoughts and their beliefs and their emotions and everything like that. So I don't feel like they're in a relationship with anyone. I feel like they're just trying to figure out who they are. And I feel like that's why they've kind of just backed away from everyone in this situation. So hopefully that helps, Bumika. I know you're like, well, what about me? And you're like, well, you know, when people are moved out of our life, we can trust that it's for us. And if they don't contact you back, then we can thank Creator or thank Lord Ganesh for moving an obstacle out of your way because it's like a tower when people are removed out of our lives. It is always for us to make space for something that's more in alignment for us and to clear our path to move forward in a direction that's more in alignment with our higher self. So that's what's coming in for you, Bhumika. Hang in there, my dear, and many blessings to everyone. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thanks for all the thumbs up you give the video. And until I see you guys, whenever I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. Of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. And until I see you again, much love. Hang in there and you take care.